How you doing, guys? Big Mac Danskell here again today, back with another stream for you. This is a YouTube stream, as you can probably tell, because you're watching on YouTube right now. My voice is nice and deep, so I'm going to do the same as I did yesterday morning when I started streaming on Twitch. I know, it's just my eyebrow hair, it's okay. I thought I had a random hair coming out the side of my head then. Anyway, I'm going to try and do an impression of Goobertown Hobbies. Hello, my name is Brent. And this is Goobertown Hobbies. I don't really know what Brent says at the start of his videos, but it's something like that, isn't it? Hello, my name is Brent, and welcome to Goobertown Hobbies. That's my Brent impression, because my voice is a bit, morning voice, isn't it? So, let's get sharing the stream. I didn't prepare anything before. Just double check that my mic is actually picking up. Yeah, got no music on this stream. Just felt like having no music on this stream, really. So let me check that I can hear myself. I'll just unmute that momentarily. Just felt like having no music on this stream, really. I can hear myself. Amazing. So let me know when you're joining us in the chat. Just say hi. Feel free to let me know what you're working on. And that's annoying me. That might have to chop that with a blade. Body modification. It's not my hair. Don't worry. It's just a hair. YouTube. Oh, that's not sharp enough. Chili More Gamers, yes! Yeah, that's not sharp enough, so let's not do that. That would be silly. I should have some... Oh, I've got some clippers somewhere. I bet they'd work. Not like clippers, but like snips. Nearly knocked my coffee over. I've got a... Oh, look at the steam coming off that when I hold it up to my face. Yeah, so coffee with a mock pot this morning. What a dream to wake up to, exactly, Spud, exactly. Who'd want to wake up to anything other than this? It'd be such a sad tale and a sad... oh, I was supposed to be sharing the stream, wasn't I? Such a sad tale and a sad chain of events, or sad... I don't know, it'd just be... Life would be not as good without my face in it, wouldn't it? So, yeah, I'm just going to get to sharing this stream. And then we can get started with some Imperial Assassins. I've not set up my focus on my camera or anything yet, because I like to sort of run in head first before actually remembering, yeah, I should be doing some other stuff, and getting set up properly. Share. Copy link. Oh, Black Toe Studios, good morning. Welcome to the stream. I've shared it in the CWG Discord. Thank you very much, Spud. I was going to call you Chili More Gamers then. Black Toe Studios, how are you doing this morning? Are you working on any hobby as you paint? Spud said he might try and get a bit of hobby in. Not in the chat, he said it in a Discord message. Whoa. Before he starts work. I didn't know you worked on a Sunday, Spud. That's news to me. I didn't expect it, to be honest. What am I doing now? Sharing. Sharing and caring. Yeah, so I've got my hobby ready, I've got my coffee ready, I've got 4 Imperial Assassins to be working on to try and keep up with my Hobby 365 challenge. I think if I get them all finished today, I think that's me up to date, but I'll have to consult the little black book to find out for sure if that is me up to date. Might do a little like Instagram post as well to let people know I'm live on YouTube. Bear with me, guys. Big Mac Danskell, yes. Post. Photo. Post. Let's chuck a photo in there as well of these bad boys. No, the desk is too messy. Let's not do that. Right, let's just working on some assassins. I never know how many S's and N's are in Assassins. Whoa, loner in the crowd. I am determined that you will not have a long enough lie-in at this weekend, aren't I? Yes, I am. You know, you don't have to get up every time I go live, though. You don't have to. I appreciate it, don't get me wrong, but you can watch from bed and that and just, like, sleep through most of it, because, you know, these tones coming from this voice of mine, definitely enough to put you asleep, I reckon. I didn't mean to wake you up, mate. I didn't. I promise. Yeah, I've not even started the stream properly yet. I'm just sharing, so you can get a bit of a nap. Come back in about 10 minutes once I've shared it in various places. To attempt to keep up to date on my hobby 365 challenge. Join me. Do it. Where's my link? Paste. Copy. Share. Share now. Oh, I'm still lying in bed. I bet you are. Bet you're all covers off. Nothing on. Just lay there, bold as brass. Just admiring the fineness of this whole thing. Which Assassins am I working on? Whoa, you don't need to see that side of the studio. The dining room. The Assassins I'm working on are all of them. So I've got well, not all of them. I've not got Death Cult Assassins. I've got Calidus, Calexus, Eversaw, and Vindicare. Working on all of them. I'm just going to get the basing material down to start. They've all got them fancy bases because it's the ones from the Assassin. It's the new plastic ones, basically. They originally came in the Assassinorum Execution Force box game. Oh, did I even copy all that? I don't know. If I didn't, I'm an absolute numpty. I don't think I did, you know. Let me edit that post and then copy that so I don't have to retype it all out. Maybe I did, in fact. You know what? I'm going to risk it. Let's find out. Let's paste in there and see what happens. Yes, I did. Good. Edic Beer Wargaming Unification Group. Let's post in here. Paste, post. I'll get back to the chat shortly. Just working on sharing. I'll share it in the Chilling Wargamers community group. Why not? Working on my mates over the weekend, lifting and digging gardens. Yes, you did say on the stream the other night, didn't you? Proper work, innit? Chopping up trees, moving logs and all that kind of stuff. Oh, yeah, lovely click of the neck there to start the day. This coffee, let me show you this coffee in a second when I go to my desk down cam. It looks like thick chocolate. It smells nice. It's a crisp. It's one my sister got me for Christmas. It's a shame we've not got smell-o-vision. It smells like nutty and chocolatey. Oh yeah, what to do? An Instagram post, didn't I? An Instagram story. You can see the back of my head and tell me if I've missed any bits of the back of my head when I've been shaving it. How you doing, guys? It's that time again. I'm about to go live on YouTube this time. I'll pop a link in the bio to my YouTube channel so you can come and check me out painting some Imperial Assassins. You can't even see them. That's just a messy desk. There, Imperial Assassins. That's one, right? How you doing, guys? It's that time again. I'm about to go live on YouTube this time. I'll pop a link in the bio to my YouTube channel so you can come and check me out painting some Imperial Assassins. You can't even see them. That's just a messy desk. There, how you doing, guys? It's that time again. Beautiful. That was seamless. YouTube this time. I'll pop a link in the bio to my YouTube channel. Done. Edit profile. Website. www.youtube.com/Big Mech Dance School. Tick. Out. Bam. Done. Okay, let's catch up with the chat and let's go to a desk down view so I can show you my coffee. Blacktoe Studios, good. Thank you, buddy. Currently on fatherly duties, but I hope to record some hobby vlogs today. Superb. Which Assassins I'm working on? All of them. Oh, I am still lying in bed. Oh no, it's way too cold for that. What do you mean too cold? It's nice and warm this weekend. I guess it might be a bit colder up there though. I'm pretty sure I saw you once at Warhammer World from a distance. From a distance. A long time ago. Yeah, I've not been for a long time, so obviously none of us have been for a long time. I mean, to be fair, some people might have gone towards the end of last year. But yeah, none of us have been for a little while at least. When the world starts turning a game, fancy a collab game? Potentially, yeah. I've not played 9th edition at all. But I'm hoping to get a few games in when everything kicks off again. And I'm hoping to play some games against Let's Make It Orky from Twitch. A good friend of mine from Twitch and her Discord. And I am hoping to play Loner when we all meet up. Loner in the crowd, that is, in the chat. When we all meet up, we're hoping to meet up at Warhammer World basically sometime in, I don't know when. Well, I say I'm hoping to play Loner. He builds lists every single day and like theorizes them. So if I play him, I'm sure he'll destroy me because he seems to take the list building side of it seriously. I just kind of see what models I've got painted and chuck them on the table. So yeah, two different approaches to gaming, but it's all going to be in good fun, I'm sure. But yeah, potentially, there's definitely potential. The thing is at the minute, because November or December is when we're hoping to pro story right there, exactly. November or December is when we're hoping to meet up at Warhammer World. So it's a long way off yet, but yeah, fingers crossed I'll be getting some games in then. Orky's not too far from me, so hopefully I'll be playing her before November or December, and we'll see where we go from there. But yeah, like I feel like Modelling for Advantage have put the idea out there for a game with me, but I know the Kaiser now is kind of like, he feels like 40k is getting too bloated again, so he might have put that on the back burner. But I could potentially have a game of Gates Vantaris with him or something like that if he likes that game once he gets into it. And I'm sure I'll play Spud at some point as well. Strongman training for free, exactly. The work you're doing. So let's show you my coffee before I show you my miniatures. I'm going to whack this on the old. It looks kind of like gravy. This coffee, it's crazy. List building is fun. It's all right, list building, but that's not the side of the hobby that I find the most fun. Desk down. Look at it. It looks like gravy. Looks like you could stand a spoon up in it. I made this in a mocha pot. It's from a local coffee merchant at a market not far from mine. Yes, my G. We up for a game. I am 40k. Spud is 40k. Yeah, so I'm hoping to play Pickle as well. And probably like people like Dreadwar Gaming and Stevo, 6+Stevo, and whoever I can get my hands on, babe. Get my hands on. Can't wait to get my hands on you. But yeah, whoever I can meet up with, really. Because I'm a lorry driver now, I don't mind driving a bit of a long distance for a game. To be fair, whenever I've played previously, I've always driven a bit of a distance for a game. Normally, anyway, because the main mate that I play against, he lives in Derby, so it's like I drive down to Derby anyway, and that's like I was about to say often I nip to Warhammer World at the time. But look at that spindly model there. That's an old Necron. But yeah, occasionally when I nip down to Derby, I nip over to Nottingham as well and pop to Warhammer World. So I do pop in now and again. So you may have even seen me when I've just been on a flying visit. I popped in one day there and I went into Forge World, the Forge World store, and they just had a Squigoth in the cabinet. And they weren't on the website at the time, so I said to the guy behind the Gargantuan Squigoth, this is. I said to the guy behind the counter, I said, "Oh, the Gargantuan Squigoth's out of stock on the website, isn't it?" Ian M, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the chat and the stream. And he said to me, "Oh, I think I might have one in the drawer, you know." And I was like, oh, really? Because they've been having problems with the molds, haven't they? I'm worried they're going to retire it and I'm never going to get one. He's like, oh, yeah, let me check. And then he checked. And he's like, oh, yeah, I've got one. It's like, oh, well, have it. Oh, and I just like casually pulled out my massive wallet and dropped it on the floor and there's a huge earthquake. And Warhammer World collapsed and I had to rebuild it. And I called Spud in. Spud helped me rebuild it because that's proper strongman training. Anyway, what really happened was I bought the Gargantuan Squigoth, and that's sat over there. I'm hoping to paint that at some point this year too. Let's see what this coffee's like. I've had it before, but it's oh, it's bunker. Wow, that tastes weird. Nice, but weird. It's got like I think I need a new mocha pot. I think it's got like mocha pot chemicals in it. Sad times. Let's sort this zoom out on the desk down view. Let's hold that model there. And then, yes. Either that or I've just burnt it, maybe. I can't decide. Configure video. Camera controls. Yeah, I think I might buy a new mock pot, you know. I don't use it often, but this coffee that was from a local coffee merchant. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Got right up to the perfect number there. Yeah, so this is the Calexus Assassin. And the Calidus Assassin. Ow! Oh, yeah, what it's a... Right. I need your help, chat. Urgently need your help. So the Calidus Assassin. What colour should I do the sword and the glow on the gun? So it's like a... I don't know what kind of gun it is, but it looks a bit like a plasma type gun. It's got a bit of a glow to it. And the power sword, or like a Necron phase blade, or not Necron, totally not Necron phase blade. I think it's a Xenos phase blade or something. Yeah, what colour should I do them? Because I was thinking I'd wait for Tesseract Glow and use that. But I do have some contrast paints here that could potentially work. Like Athematic Blue. I don't know where it must be over there somewhere and I can't see it. No, it's just hiding. Oh, there it is, over to the left. I've got a bit of a bad and black stuck to my phone there as well, randomly. Yes, I've got Athematic Blue, but I don't think that's going to be strong enough. But then I was also thinking I could do it in orange, but then would the orange be too close to the red and yellow on the hair and too close to the sort of Wild Rider red I've used for the glowing eyes? I'm not too sure. We'll leave that to one side for the time being. I don't think I'm going to finish that one on stream today. But yeah, the main thing I'm going to be doing today on stream is putting some Astrogranite debris on or Astrogranite rather. Yeah, just regular Astrogranite round. Excuse me, dirty burper, round the bases, and then I will just work a bit on the models themselves, and then I want to paint over that Astrogranite in a different colour and potentially something similar colour to this. But maybe not actually, you know what, maybe not. Maybe I will keep it grey, because most of my Imperial models are based in some way on like a grey thing. After all that build-up, the coffee tastes weird. I know, yeah. I know, it's a shame, isn't it? Didn't you see Athematic Blue for the suits? Didn't you use Athematic Blue for the suits? I did, but that was over a paint that was already down, which I think was a Vallejo paint, which is like a dark green Vallejo paint. So it gives you a kind of a tealy look to the suits. And that Vallejo paint was really thinned down as well, so you saw a bit of the grey through it as well. So, it's all kind of complex. I couldn't repeat that formula, I don't think, on the suits if I wanted more assassins painted up in the same colour scheme. I'd struggle to anyway. How about pink glow on the gun? I don't have any pink. I don't think I own a single pink paint. But I don't. Also, I think pink will clash too much with the yellow. I'm not sure. I don't think pink. We'll see. I think what will happen on this, I'll be painting along and then all of a sudden I'll just pick up a paint and slap it on there. Unless I manage to hold off and wait for that Tesseract Glow. So I'm thinking green or blue personally. I don't think pink would be quite right for it. I could try a red though, which obviously would look pink on like the edgy bits. Yeah. All suggestions are welcome, though some will be dismissed out of hand. Offhand rather than out of hand. Get the Vulpus Pink contrast. Absolutely fantastic colour. I might do, you know. The trouble is at the minute, I don't like ordering like single things, and I've just placed an order from Games Workshop. And I wouldn't want to order a pot of paint and then get them to ship that to me or whatever. I suppose I could place an order with Element Games and pick it up next Saturday or something, but then I'd have to drive down to Element Games, so life is hard at the moment. Anyway, let's crack on. Should have put some music on, do you reckon, or not? I wasn't gonna bother, but I don't know, I'm feeling like might need a little bit. Might need just a little bit. Work just a little bit, hot just a little bit. Liberty X, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Liberty X. Oh, I'm well aware you placed an order with GW. Still tempted to take that half of the box off you. Yeah, I'll speak to you in Discord in a bit. Loner. Shut up, late luxury. I don't care about luxury or lateness. I mean, I care about lateness. If you're late, I'll cut you out of my life. Now, if you're pretty enough, or if you've got a good enough excuse, I'll let it slide. Actually, you know what? No, even if you're pretty enough, it's whether I like you enough or not to let it slide. Basing miniatures with Big Mac Dansko. A little bit of royalty-free rock. Yes, Dabunka. Right, let's put a little bit of... I think I'll put the... I don't think I'll put the royalty-free rock on. Should I see if I can find... No, I was going to say royalty-free country, but I don't even like country music, so that wouldn't be a good idea. Unless it's Islands in the Stream. Because the greatest musician, the greatest musical composers of all time wrote that. The Bee Gees. Big fan of the Bee Gees. Just FYI. I say I'm a big fan. I've never seen them. Not quite old enough, despite the fact that I look old enough. Cheeky because he won Rollo's horn. Getting cheeky because he won Rollo's horn. Loner did, yeah. Loner is a cheeky little get. Oh, by the way, Loner, if you do want a lot of Drukhari, I also have one of the old GW Start Collecting, the Battle Force boxes that they used to do. So I'll speak to you about that as well. I can't remember what it's got in it. I'd have to have a look for you. I was going to keep some Drukhari for myself. It depends what you want, so we could discuss, and potentially you could pick and choose what you wanted from the boxes. Because I do, like I said, I do kind of want some of the things from the Drukhari boxes. One of them being the Scourges, but if you want the Scourges and that's vital to your purchasing of the Drukhari stuff, then we'll discuss it though further. Oh yeah, Hamilton soundtrack. I'll put that on. No, obviously. Oh, Bugsy Malone soundtrack. I'll put that. I put a few musical soundtracks on last night when I was walking home. Royalty free for streams. I did. I'm sure I searched for chilled royalty. There we go. The thing with YouTube and royalty free music is, yeah, it's not a combat patrol box, but it's not far off what the combat patrol boxes are. Oh, I've just realised as well, you're probably getting double music, aren't you? Let's put my headphones in. And turn it right down, because I don't actually like listening to loud music when I'm trying to talk to you all, so I have to turn it right down. Anyway, yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, it's not a combat patrol box. It's one of the really old Battle Force boxes, like from about 7-10 years ago, something like that. So it's like the old style Start Collecting boxes before they were called Start Collecting boxes, where you got like a heck of a little force, and they were about 70 odd quid. It's a bit like the Christmas Battle Force boxes they do now, to be fair. A bit like that sort of thing. I can't remember exactly what's in it, but I think there's at least one of the vehicles in it, like the Ravager or Raiders. I think there's a unit of jet bikes in it. I think there's a unit of witches and a unit of Cabalites in it. And I feel like there's probably an Archon in it. I was going to say Archon. It's Archon, isn't it? Archaon is the Archaon the Black or something. The big chaosy dude in AOS, isn't it? With the big three-headed beastie. Three-headed beastie. Oh, I watched Falling Down for the first time ever last night. I've never seen Falling Down. I've had it on my Netflix playlist for ages, and I went for a... me and my sister had a takeaway last night. We ended up having a chippy because the takeaway we were going to have sold out of everything. It was not really a takeaway what we were going to have. It's a restaurant that are doing takeaway at the minute. And they're doing a Greek menu. They did a Greek menu this week and they sold out of everything before we... my sister phoned 80 times in total to try and get through to them. But because they're a restaurant rather than a takeaway, they've only got like the one phone line, and it's like a posh restaurant. And it's dead popular when they do these specialised menus. So we ended up getting a chippy. But the chippy's nice anyway. It's a relatively new chippy. Opened where my sister lives. But I'm on a veggie week. So I got a halloumi burger. 3 thick slices of halloumi on a burger bun with a load of salad. And I got large chips. And what else did I get? I don't know, something else. Cannot remember for the life of me what it was. Oh, I got a vegetable spring roll, but it's a proper chunky boy vegetable spring roll. I feel like I couldn't say vegetable then. Right, so that one is base head. I'll tell you what, actually. I'll tell you what. Let's pop that there. I do have some blue tack here. Oh yeah! And some cork. We'll talk after the stream, but scourges have never been a big feature in any Drukhari list I've made. Nice one. Right, we can have a proper chat about that later. Yeah, the only reason I want the scourges, to be honest, is because Squig mentioned on yesterday. On yesterday, that day that was yesterday. Squig mentioned yesterday, I think when we were watching the preview, either that or it was on my live stream, I can't remember. He mentioned that he wants to do winged squigs, flying squigs, and I've got the Loon Curse box for Age of Sigmar. So if you're after any Sylvaneth as well, we can discuss that. But yeah, I've got the Loon Curse box from Age of Sigmar. And I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to convert the squig hoppers. Is it the squig hoppers or the... I don't know the different names of the units, but there's ones where they're proper bounding up with the gobbos on the back. I didn't know for sure how I was going to do it, but I wanted to convert them into Storm Boys. And if I give them wings, that'd be a very good way to convert them into Storm Boys, I think. I could give some of them wings and some of them just rocket packs. But we'll see. Next giveaway, I basically have 0 crumpets. So you'll have a decent chance against me. Is that what his channel points are, Rollo? Is it crumpets as his channel points? Because I've not even noticed that, you know. I know he gives away crumpets. I've been filled in on that yesterday as well. I'm turning everyone... Am I turning everyone veggie? Not really, Spud, no. I do, once a month, I do a veggie week. To be fair, I've known you've been veggie/vegan for a long time now, but I don't think it was like you that sort of triggered me to attempt it. But yeah, I do a veggie week once a month basically. So 12 weeks of the year, effectively 3 months of the year, I eat just vegetarian. But there will be other weeks when I don't eat meat as well. So I think it's just encouraged me to look for alternatives that other than just meat, but I still like love my dairy and that, so definitely not going to be vegan anytime soon. Like cake, proper good cake. And there's some okay vegan cakes, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure I've had some and they've been okay. But vegan ice cream's not quite there yet because it kind of tastes like dust, vegan ice cream. Oh, message retracted rather than redacted. Yeah, so there's certain things lacking in the vegan life that I can't do yet. and I don't think I will be doing. But vegetarian, veggie-wise, yeah, I do one veggie week a month. This is my second this month, actually. And I almost considered, because it was my second this month, I almost considered abandoning it yesterday so I could get certain like dishes off of that Greek menu from the restaurant we were planning on ordering from. But then I was like, no, I'll stick to it because there's enough decent veggie stuff on there that I can stick to it. Sometimes I just want... I don't think I'll ever be fully vegetarian, but one of my friends said, my ex-girlfriend, she said to me, you could always... Dan, are you just trying to get my entire paycheck this month? Yeah, I'm hoping to. Yeah, so, what was I saying? I've lost my train of thought now. I know I was talking about being vegetarian. Oh yeah, one of my ex-girlfriends said, she said to me, you could always just, she's vegetarian. She said you could always just be vegetarian at home, and whenever you go out for a meal or, you know, to McDonald's or whatever, just eat meat then. And it's not a bad idea, that, to be fair. I'm liking that. That's looking nice. I'd say it's not a bad idea anyway. So when you're getting meat, you know you're getting, at least when you go into a posh restaurant or something, you know you're getting, like, probably quality meat. Or even like an average restaurant, you're probably getting decent meat at least. I had a vegan cheeseburger pizza the other week, and it was the most depressing thing I've ever eaten. Didn't notice it was vegan when I bought it, and was so disappointed. I can imagine, mate. Yeah, sometimes they just miss the mark with stuff. They call it all the things that you want to hear, like cheeseburger, pizza, yes. All that cheese, all that meat. I'm down for that. And then sometimes the quality is just not there, and it doesn't taste like what they're saying it is, basically. And that's when it's a bit frustrating and stuff. And that's what ice cream's like at the minute, vegan ice cream. I had a Wicked Kitchen one. It tastes kind of like, I don't know, powdery, dusty, weird. Just tastes like some ice cream's been left out for a bit, but it's still frozen somehow. And it's got a load of dust on it. Yeah, it was a Wicked Kitchen one. It wasn't awful. I ate the whole tub, but not in one go. Whereas if I open a tub of Haagen-Dazs or Ben & Jerry's or something, it's like, yes, Matt. And then I just eat the whole thing pretty much. Or sometimes I manage to stop myself right before the bottom, and I'm like, yeah, I'll put that back in the fridge so I've not eaten the whole tub in one go. Nick Tomlin, welcome to the chat and the stream. I find chocolate vegan ice taste like dust. Yeah, it was mint ice cream with chocolate chips. It was odd. It wasn't very special anyway. I thought I'd lost an assassin then. I almost started panicking. How about them orc snaggers? Yeah, them orc snaggers. Let's take a look at them in a bit. There's only a bit of an image, isn't there? Can I play the video without sound? What do you reckon, guys? What do you reckon? Because I could just read the subtitled stuff out for you. Because my orc voice is better than that voice actor's orc voice, in my opinion. Right, you geeks! The beast snaggers. Oh my. That pot-bellied squig, though, that's what they should have called it. Not a squig hog. Oh, it's a squig hog. Yeah, dead hard. No, it's a pot-bellied squig. Squig hog. GW. What are you doing to me? I should be the official namer of GW products. Right, what I want now. Think of what I demand you do now. In the chat, each put a unit that you think I should rename. Now think of a unit that looks really weird or something like that, and I'll rename it for you. We're gonna get some Tyranid units in there, aren't we? I'm sure. Beast Snaggers. Yeah, they look pretty cool, to be fair. And many Orc players, myself included, have been crying out for more squigs in 40k for a long time. And that's one of the reasons for when I did the collaboration with Let's Make It Orky. My father sent me a message. I shall read it shortly. The collaboration with Let's Make It Orky. He must be watching on his large screen, seeing his son's beautiful face. Writ large across, I don't know how big his TV is, 55 inches. Space Marine Centurions, Space Marine teddy bears, mate. I don't even have to think about that one. They are just teddy bears to me. They are proportioned exactly like teddy bears. That's what they are. Giant walking teddy bears. So it'd have to be a name relating to teddy bears. Space Marine Cuddly Boys. Intercessors, just true scale tactical marines. Intercessors. Intercessors. Incest? No. Incestors, no chance. Oh yeah, I meant to. She's probably asleep, but good morning, JR Blazing Arrow. Welcome. Tyrannid Harrow Specs, that's the one I was waiting for. That's the one with the stomach on the outside, isn't it? What has my dad sent me here? My dad sent me a link to Warhammer Community. Why has he sent me that? That is so weird. My dad never goes on Warhammer. It must have come up on his Google, like his Google things on his phone. What a weird thing for him to send me. I'm going to ask him why he sent me that. Ha 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 ha! Why have you sent me that? Did it come up on your Google? Yeah, he gets like suggestions on his Google of news stories and stuff, the same as everyone else. And he'll just like click on random ones and read them. But he never looks at any like little man stuff. Oh, Tyrannid Harrow Specs. Yeah, how you doing there? How you doing, JR Blazing Arrow? Necrons as a race equals boring. Yes, bud, indeed. Yes. Yes, indeed. I am not too into Necrons. One thing that would have been nice had I decided to take the leap on Warhammer 40k Imperium would potentially be to learn more of the lore of Necrons, because I listened to I think it was an Independent Characters podcast a while ago when they do like lore podcasts every now and again, and they did one covering the Necron lore, and some of it actually seemed pretty interesting, to be fair. But I've always thought of Necrons as boring myself as well. I think it's just because the average troop model for so many years was just like, essentially it looks like the same model over and over again. Now they've got a little bit more character, so I've sort of lessened my hate for them. My rage and hate for them has subsided somewhat, but yeah, they're not the most fascinating race of races to me, at least, and indeed to Spud. Yeah, found it on Google, he said. That's such a weird thing for my dad to send me that. Hey, here's a fun thing. I am 36, yeah? And I look about... When I shave the beard off, I look a bit younger, but I look about 46 at least, I'd say. 56, maybe. But my dad is 62. He's going to be 63 this year. And he looks about 56. No, he looks in his 50s, my dad. Anyway, he doesn't look in his 60s. Looks maybe early 50s, I'd say. So how does that happen? A son that looks a lot older and a father that looks a lot younger. It's crazy. We could be twins. No, when you actually get up close to him and look up close, you can see that he is a bit older than he first looks. But I think part of the reason he looks younger is because he's always like got a smile on his face and stuff. He's always having a laugh with people. He's a cheeky chappy, me dad. Well, you're right, cheeky chappy. He's the exact opposite of me, though. He doesn't like little men. He's not into painting little men. When I say he's the exact opposite, like personality-wise, he's like a proper extrovert. He'll walk into a new pub that he's never been in before and just start talking to someone. Whereas if I walk into a new pub, I'm like, oh, where's the bar? Where's the toilet? I don't know. I don't like talking to people. You might not know that about me if you've not watched. Like in these streams, I mention it now and again. I think some people maybe don't believe it because my YouTube videos are weird and stuff. Like when I do daft skits in them and stuff. But yeah, I'm proper introverted, kind of shy person. I don't like doing things I've not done before and going to places I've not been to before and stuff like that. I'm proper like timid. Not super timid. Like if I've got to know you a little bit already, or if it's just me and one other person. Morning, Steve. How you doing, mate? Welcome to the stream and the chat. Yeah, if it's like me meeting one other person. I went to meet Craig from Kiblams at Warhammer World ages ago, and I'd never spoken to him in person before, or like over video call or anything like that. And as soon as I met him, I felt like I'd known him for ages because like we'd spoken a bit in the comment section on YouTube and that. But if it's me and one other person, I can get to know someone. But if it's me meeting a whole group of people, then it's a bit like I just kind of fade into the background. I tend to anyway. There it is. Where's my other miniature? Intercessors just true scale tactical marines. Yeah, they are. Intercessors are just true scale tactical marines. It's a shame. I feel like it's a shame that GW didn't approach that in a more bold way and say, look, these are your new space marines. Take them or leave them. You can still use your old space marines, but here's some new, actually scaled correctly space marines. But then the trouble is with that, they bring out these new space marines, and then they bring out the new Sisters of Battle, which essentially they're not far off the height of a new space marine, and these assassins aren't far off the height of a new space marine. Like I've got a plague marine here, which scale-wise, I accept a plague marine scale-wise can be the size of a Primaris marine because on the basis that they've been given gifts of Nurgle and stuff, and they're chaos empowered and whatnot, right? But then the assassin is, to be fair, actually, it looks a lot smaller, the assassin. So maybe I'm just chatting out my bum bum. Chatting out my bum bum. Yeah, I think this is what happens on streams. You just start waffling to try and fill the silence and that. I do like this Sunday morning chilled music stream. Yeah, so I think I'll keep the rock music streams for Twitch, unless I just fancy it one day on the old YouTube. Yeah, Tyrannid Haruspex. Is that the one with the stomach on the outside? I think it is. I'll quickly Google it. Steve-O! Squig on away, boss. Yeah, Squig and I won't be letting that happen at Warhammer World. No, you will. You absolutely will. Because you have to, because I might get overwhelmed. Oh, you mean just fade into the background, though? Yeah. But if you ever see me wander off and just go and do something by myself, let me go. I'll... Yeah. Sometimes I need some quiet time and that. If, say, you know, like in the voice chat in Orky's Discord, when there's loads of people in there, I feel like I go quiet for long periods, and that's fine by me. But sometimes there's just too much going on for me. It's not like I'll walk off without... How you doing, Plastic Crack Gaming? Scar here, mate. Welcome. I always find it weird saying Plastic Crack Gaming. It's like, it just doesn't seem right. Have you got a show tonight, Scar? Have you got a fantastic guest lined up for us tonight? If you wander off, I'll follow you to Bugman's and buy you a pint. Well, I'll be driving, so you won't be able... Well, you can buy me a pint, but I won't be able to drink it. Unless... I don't know if they do any alcohol-free stuff. But I'll probably just grab a coffee. The coffee in Warhammer World's pretty decent. So, yeah. When I do wander off into Bugman's, I'll probably just grab a coffee. I will at some point wander off into Bugman's, I'm sure. Just can't... Yeah, I do it. I like Scar, yeah. I do... I know I can just call you Scar, because I know everyone else does when you're on the War Bosses pod and that. Pod. Why am I shortening podcast? Do you guys actually post that on any like podcast places, or do you just keep it as like a YouTube thing out of interest? Because I wondered what the logistics were of if you were to post it as a podcast on anywhere. Is it like too complicated to do? It's just his channel's name. It's just the channel's name. Yeah, I know, yeah. He will always be Scarno to us. Nah, mate, next week, right, cool. Should be asleep for work tonight. We probably should, though. Yeah, I think you should, because it's the format of the show. You rarely show pictures or anything like that. It's always just you four talking. So I like the idea of it being on a podcast, because I enjoy watching it on YouTube, and I don't mind watching podcast style things on YouTube at all. At the end of the day, it's just more content, and it's the perfect kind of content for me, because I can whack it on one of my screens there and have it playing through my speakers, and I can have a reference picture for whatever I'm working on the other screen, and I can just like crack on with my hobby, checking the reference picture every now and again, and I don't have to look at your ugly mugs all the time. But I do occasionally, when I fancy looking at your ugly mugs, I'll just glance up and have a look. When you're having a particularly funny moment, or whenever Matt Ward pops up on screen, or the occasional interruption from Nick. Yeah, same with Bald Knobs. I've not watched that show from last night, but I assume it was full of excitement. It was last night, wasn't it, when that show went up, I assume, after the reveal. We're making a weekend of it. Oh, right, okay. Right, if you're making it... Yeah, it makes sense, actually, because some of you are coming from up there, up the super north. Yeah, Scotland should just be called the super north, shouldn't it? I'm heading down on the Friday, heading back north on the Monday morning. Oh, nice one. Right, well, yeah, that sounds like a plan then, actually. Because then we can have well, depending on what clubs and pubs are like then, we can potentially have a night out and stuff. Sounds good to me. Right. These aren't looking bad. These bases, that is, so far. Yeah, I think I want to paint over this Astro Granite though. I don't know why I've taken him off of his holder there, to be honest. But yeah, I took him off because I'm a lunatic. So the Assassins bases. Let's scrape as much of this off as possible. I've got another coffee stirrer that I was using to apply this Astro Granite. Oh, I think I put a bit of wood in there by accident. Not to worry, I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, I've got another coffee stirrer I was using to apply this Astro Granite, but I think I've dropped it on the floor during yesterday's Twitch stream, and either that or during the reveal. And but it's got a proper build-up of Astro Granite on the ends, because I think it's like I've not cleaned it off properly after doing a bit, Yeah, that's a bit far over that, isn't it? We need it down there a bit. I've got all this messy hobby desk. Poor Pickle. What have I started? No one deserves to be compared to Matt Ward. I know, you horrible person. No, yet to do a bald knobs. Right, okay. I thought you did one last night. We've not done bald knobs for a long time. For some reason, I thought I saw, when I was at my sister's, I thought I saw a post go up saying we're doing 2 bald knobs tonight, and it was yesterday, so I must have either read an old post or just misread something. I wonder if there's a pinned post in the 40k Orc community group or something. Plus, Kenki's our designated sober person, and he's volunteered to look after Orky. What do you mean, look after Orky? She doesn't need looking after. Morning, modelling for Advantage. Just talking about you a bit earlier, Kaiser, and your adventures into Gates of Antares. Yeah, Gates of Antares is... I just to go completely off the rails now. I'm into 40k lore, so whenever a new sci-fi game comes along, like Gates of Antares, I'm kind of like resistant to it. And also, I'm heavily invested miniatures-wise already. The fact that I can paint 360, I can say I'll paint 365 miniatures this year without even having to worry about buying new miniatures shows how heavily invested in miniatures I am, 40k-wise. One thing for me, though, is most of these miniatures will probably never hit the tabletop. Maybe at some point, if I start doing back reps on my channel or something like that. But most of these miniatures probably won't hit the tabletop. So realistically, I could get into another game and just never play with 40k miniatures again, because I've spent time building, painting, working on these miniatures to do what I want to do with them. So I've already had my money's worth out of them potentially. So I could just put them all in a cabinet or something, various cabinets, and then move into another game system like Beyond the Gates of Antares. But lore-wise, I'm invested into 40k as well, and I like replicating lore scenarios, like when the Lord of the Rings game first came out. I like to try to replicate the battle scenes and sort of the idea at least of it. I didn't play with anyone at the time, but I liked collecting the miniatures and try to replicate the battle scenes and certain scenes from the movies and stuff. So I'm kind of like, I'm always reluctant to move out of 40k and into another game system. But if it is a simpler game system, Gates of Antares, it could tempt me in at some point in the future. Because I think Kaiser's right when he says 40k suffers from bloat. It does over and over again. They go through the same cycle with 40k. They simplify it, and then they just add more and more in. Oh, you've got to have this book, you've got to have that book, you've got to have the other book. You've got your codex, you've got your campaign books, you've got this, that, and the other. And no doubt, when the 40k Beast Snaggers fully come out, they'll come out with some kind of probably Charadon Sector campaign book, and you'll need that as well to play the Beast Snaggers with your orcs. And it's just kind of one thing I found interesting yesterday about the Beast Snaggers video, was the fact that they said whatever clan we're in, we're the biggest, toughest, and hardest. So it was as if they were saying, we're not just snake bites, we're in every clan, kind of thing. And it was good that they clarified that, because people could have been like, oh yeah, we're getting more snake bites and stuff. But yeah, they specifically said whatever clan we're in, we're the biggest and hardest. Anyway, let's go back to the chat. I'm going off the rails again. She needs someone to stop her biting everyone, yeah. But potentially, when you drink coffee and you've got a moustache, it goes into your moustache. I'm not spitting everywhere, I promise. It's liquid that's in my moustache, and as I talk, it flies out. Okay, now I've clarified that. Let's go to a big face for a bit. I feel like you're not getting enough of my face, so we'll have a bit of a big face for a bit. Yeah, so potentially, Orky could save someone a lot of money at Warhammer World, because if, like, when she went out with her work colleagues, and she's told this story a number of times on her Twitch, so I don't think she'd mind me telling it. She went out with her work colleagues, and her boss had his credit card out, and she snatched it off him, and she bit it and, like, chewed it in half. It's like, potentially, if you do that to someone at Warhammer World, you could save them a lot of money. So, yeah, just allow it sometimes, the biting. I'm tired after last night's excitement. Oh mate, I am with you. I love 40k story in the minis, and the minis are gorgeous, but the rules are hellish complex. Yeah, and they're not even. The thing is, as well, they're not even as complex as they've ever been. And I think that's the reason they sort of ended up scrapping Warhammer Fantasy Battle, because the rules were just becoming too complex, and they tried to simplify it with Age of Sigmar. But again, Sigmar's getting. It's not as bad as 40k yet, I don't think. But I feel like Sigmar's getting more and more complex. And some people want that in a game. But it'd be nice if... And I think you mentioned this on your Tuesday show last week, Kaiser. It'd be nice if they had here's a simplified version, 40k out the box. And they kind of do, but they kind of don't. Because they have the core rules, don't they? Which is like 28 pages now versus when 8th edition launched, it was just 8 pages. So they have the core rules, which is like a short version of the rules. But I don't know, it just doesn't quite feel like the serving, and I understand why. Like you can only please so many people. But the way they're doing the games testing now, it seems to be they're using competition event organizers, basically. They're using event organizers, tournament organizers to rules test, and that's why we're getting more and more competitive style rule set. That's what it seems like to me, and I get less from that. And not that I get less from that. But I don't mind discussing with my opponent, picking and choosing the rules we do and don't use. It's like whenever I play with my mate's son, he's only he's going to be 9 this year. So I play quite often with Kill Team or with 40k. I'd happily play a simpler rule set with him. He's actually very intelligent, and he could probably understand the rules at least as well as me. So he could play the full rule set, but just for the sake of a bit of speed and a bit of like simplification, and to keep it simple for me, so I don't have to remember all the rules for his army and my army and stuff like that. Sometimes I'll just play a simpler rule set with him, so I'll leave out certain rules. And I don't mind picking and choosing what rules we do and don't use with an opponent. As long as we're both using the same rules, ultimately we're playing the same game, and it should be a fair and balanced game theoretically. But not everybody wants to do that, and I understand why GW sort of tailor towards tournament organisers, and that's who they do testing with before they launch a new rule set or a new set of rules. Yeah, so it's a strange time to be a 40k player, I think. But you know what? At the end of the day, we've got so many games to choose from now. It's just finding opponents to play those games with. Like Kaiser just getting into Gates Vantaris, and I don't go to gaming clubs and stuff like that, so I don't know how many Gates Vantaris players are out there. But I imagine it's nowhere near as many as 40k players. So yeah, there we go. Let's scroll up slightly. I think I've fallen behind on the chat a little now after waffling off. I would love to do a bat rep with you in the future. Yeah, I think I mentioned you earlier as well, Steve-O, when before you popped in. Because Broken Toad popped in the chat early on and said, do you fancy a bat rep? Do you fancy a collab for a bat rep in the future? And I was like, yeah, but a lot of people asked me that same question, and I mentioned, or sort of like tentatively put the suggestion out there. And I'm sure Kaiser's sort of mentioned it to me when I've commented on one of their videos, Modelling for Advantage, and then I went into Gates Vantaris as well. So I'm not sure if Kaiser would still be up for a 40k bat rep, but he may be. I'm sure he'll clarify in the chat whether he would or not, or a Kill Team bat rep. Or he could walk me through a Warcry bat rep. I'd be more than happy with that. I might even get my own warband painted up for it. Because I do love some of the Warcry models. I don't need another game system in my head. And I mentioned you as well. I think we've sort of tentatively suggested to each other when we can have a bat rep in the future. And I don't mind driving to come and meet you and that. would love to come and hang with Modding for Advantage Boys too. Everyone's just suggesting. It's going to be interesting to see how many people, because a lot of people are suggesting like, I just want to play some games and stuff and whatever. It's going to be interesting to see how much of this comes to fruition. I'm tempted by the new Aliens game from Gale Force 9. I've not seen that at all, so I couldn't comment on it. But yeah, Aliens franchise, innit? If you're into it, I'm sure it's going to be fun. 40k just does not play the way it used to anymore. Seems to be the case. I've not played a single game in 9th, but yeah, seems to be the case for sure. But I think you were saying that, Scar, during 8th when 8th first launched, and after your first few games of 8th, I think you were saying that then, and that's when you sort of started leaning more towards BattleTech. I couldn't remember the name of the game. Yeah, it would be super cool to have a few games here, there, and everywhere. Yeah, it certainly seemed like a sub-clan with potential to be added to any other clan. It's like freebooters, kind of, isn't it? Freebooters are just orcs that are booted out of a clan. They're not like an actual clan. So you can get all different clans in a freebooters force, potentially. Every now and again, you'll see my tongue just pop out of me. Dab my lips. Dab? Yeah, dab. Not dab. No, not dab. Oh, yeah. I love this chilled music on a Sunday. I know I've said that already, but I don't mind repeating myself either. Yeah, but I get the feeling Snakebites will give them additional rules like Speed Freaks and Evil Sons. Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure you're probably right there, Loner. But yeah, I started talking earlier when I was talking about we need more squigs in armies and stuff, and an example of that was my Rookatruck Squig Slay. That you know what? Let's see if we can't get a little image of it up. Big Mac Dan Skull Instagram. So yeah, one way I was trying to work more squig units into my force. Oh, let's just have a look at my Instagram and see what's going on. Look at that. Oh, yes. Snazzy Instagram posts. I still need to base those flash kits. I say they're finished models, but they're not really finished models. So these are my latest finished models. Oh, you know what? I've not drilled the barrels. Maybe that's why it's not got as many likes as I'd appreciate. But yeah, this is Lord Felthius with my conversion. This is a model I finished yesterday. Look at this lovely red tuft on there. I think it really pops from the green, and it gives it kind of like an alien toxic world sort of feel, which I like. That is from Crafty Scenics, by the way. So check out Crafty Scenics, a new up-and-coming company in the world of basing materials. On Etsy and eBay at the moment. Yeah, so this is a conversion I did on Lord Felthius. We can have a look at how I did the actual conversion in a sec. But yeah, I did like a head conversion basically, but I'll talk you through that in a sec. Let's take a look at these flash kits, because I'm quite proud of these flash kits, I'll be honest. I love the colours. I did a little bit of heat burn on the end of the gun there, you may notice. I like that. I like it. Necrons, let's just have a quick look at the Necrons. I didn't do the Necrons bases justice, so I'll probably revisit the Necrons bases some point in the future. I was kind of going for like a tomb world that had been left desolate for, many, many millennia, which is the lore behind Necrons. But then the sort of the sand is being blown off and the tomb beneath is being revealed, the blackstone sort of structures and whatnot. So that's what I was going for with those bases, but I didn't do them justice. I feel like I should file them down and put some hard coat over them to give them that shiny black look. But the trouble is I've done a lot of shiny black bases recently, so I didn't want to... I was in two minds whether or not to do it. Here's some examples of my shiny black bases. On these sisters, I went for like a marbled effect on these. Oh, some Zombicide miniatures there. Oh, that's very badly exposed, that picture, isn't it? And then here's another shiny black base for my Blackstone Fortress miniature. Orcs, painted by a channel named after orcs. Outrageous. Goes that git stomper. Yes, so the whole reason I came to Instagram was to show you this, though. It's had 1,004 views, that's good. Yeah, so I wanted more squig units in my army, so I wanted the Ruckchuck squig buggy to look more squiggy. So I put a load of squigs pulling it along, and it's a sleigh, and it's a Red Gobbo themed, Christmas themed miniature. I don't mind the Red Gobbo with the Christmas theme. I know a lot of people don't like it though, because they prefer that Soviet sort of feel and the revolutionary feel and stuff that came with it. But yeah, that's my interpretation of a Ruckchuck squig sleigh being pulled by squigs as well as, so it's powered by squigs as well as using squigs as ammunition. And it's another way to get more gruts into your army as well, because I like the non-standard boy units. So yeah. I need to get back to this boy soon, the Norzilla. 72 likes, that's good, isn't it? It's good for me anyway. I finished Gazgul. One thing I've realised, I've not put any pictures on Instagram. One thing I've realised with Gazgul, and I don't know where it's gone now, so I hope I've not squashed it. I've still got this left on my desk, which is like, it goes over the over his gun arm, basically on the top of his gun arm here. Let's scroll down and get to that head conversion I did. Well, let's just admire this for a moment. My squig dreadnought, Death Dreadnought. Well, it's a Redemptor Dreadnought converted into a squig dread using the arm from the mech workshop kit. Boom. I don't even know what people are saying in the chat. Look at me with my beard there. Look at him. Who's this chap with the long beard? Who's that? I'm watching BBC Breakfast there by the looks of it. Where is that? Conversion? I'm sure I put it on my Instagram when I first did it. There we go. Right, so here's that conversion I did for Felthius. I took the face off of the faceplate off of a marine helmet, and then I took the face off of Felthius, and he looks like Thanos there. And then what I did was glue the Felthius face onto the marine helmet, and then green stuffed over it to make it look like, oh, he's got no eyes. It's a bit sinister. It's one of them weird Nurgle things where the flesh blends into the armor, that kind of thing. And then I ended up with 1,000 subscribers. Then I ended up with 1,000 subscribers. No, and then I ended up with... Come on. I get there eventually. Then that's when I ended up with this, basically. This helmet. So I put a crack in there as well for a little bit of detail so it wasn't just bland and boring. Let's catch up with the chat again, because I'm sure there's been plenty of chat now. Oh, I just realised I'm on the... Whoops. Let's go back to that one. Well, hey, let's catch up with the chat now, because I'm sure there's been chat. Not sure people want to play me as I am 40k, says Spud. People will want to play you, Spud, even if you are 40k. Oh, my arm. After having my arm in that position, I feel like there's no blood gone to it. Let's do a bit of a workout here. Live on stream. Gale Force 9, that'd be cool. Snake bites. Yeah, snake bites will probably give them extra rules, same way as speed freaks. Whoa, the big giant head. Hello, and whoa, something happened. I don't know what it was. Steve-O just donated £2 through Super Chat. Thank you so much, Steve-O, for that donation. That will go towards my Piety and Pain box, which I purchased yesterday, direct from Games Workshop, because Element Games only got 20 copies, bizarrely. I did see, though, I think it was The Bunker from Sheffield. They said that basically it's going to be available to order in the future. They've just not got enough... I need to get that alert on this screen as well, don't I? Maybe I do have it, but... No, it should have come up. I don't know why it didn't, to be honest. But thank you very much for that super chat, yeah. You know what? Maybe I'll save that £2 specifically for some of the new Orc models when we eventually get them. I wonder when... Just attacking my mic there. I wonder when we'll get them. I've got a really itchy eye at the moment. Just need some eye drops, I think. Well, this coffee's gone cold, but it's still pretty tasty. I actually like it now. When I first tried it, I was like, oh, it tastes weird. But yeah. Right, so let's have a quick look through the chat, see if we can catch up. It's Zordon! Yeah, it's Zordon, mate. Well, that is a reference that any younger viewers in the chat... I mean, to be fair, there's been Power Rangers films out recently. But might not get, is what I was going to say. I didn't mind that Power Rangers reboot film, you know. I watched it. Quite enjoyed it. It was alright. It was entertaining for what it was. Possibly have an inbuilt 6-up... Oh, right, you're talking about the potential rules. Possibly have an inbuilt 6-up shrug and snake bites increase that to 5-up, something like that. Yeah, that'd be really cool and a really specific orc build, snake bitey sort of feel to an orc build. I'd like that. I was going to say especially to poison weapons, but I don't know if poison weapons are actually a thing in the game anymore. Probably not. You can tell it's been a while since I played 40k. I played like 3 games of 8th edition with other people. I played a few games by myself as well because I'm a loner, just like you, loner. But yeah, I didn't play many games of 8th edition. It was really weird. I played 3 at the start right away, early on, and I just never got round to playing it again. It was odd. I'm still here, just painting away. Good man, Spud. That's what these streams are for. That's why I waffle away so much on these streams. To be fair, I've done very little work other than that you've seen on the miniatures I'm working on. So it's good that someone's painting along. I feel like you would really enjoy some of the open war rules. Potentially. When me and my mate started 9th, we completely left out secondary objectives to keep the game more streamlined while we learned. Actually made very good games that were laser focused on the main. Nice one. Yeah, it's the way to do it. Just if you're feeling like it's going to be a lot for you to learn, just leave out certain rules that you feel like will overcomplicate the game. And that's what me and my mate frequently do with Kill Team, because it's a long time between our games. Quite often, not always, but quite often it's a long time between our games. We'll just leave out, or sometimes we'll naturally leave out by forgetting certain rules. But as long as we're both playing the same rule set, it should theoretically be relatively balanced still. Totally up for it, mate. I'm gonna make a real effort to meet up with fellow YouTubers and get some games up. Nice one. I'm not sure people want to play me as I am 40k. Spud is 40k, so you better watch out, guys. You better watch out. You better go and hide. Spud's coming to tan your hide. You can't rhyme hide with hide, can you? I don't like it when people do that in songs. Oh yeah, modelling for advantage. While I've got you here, assuming you're still here, why do you think I'm from Liverpool? That is so weird. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm just intrigued. There must be a twang in my accent somewhere that made you think, get it into your head that you thought I was from Liverpool. But that is like, no, you're not allowed to say that to a Mancunian. But I don't have like an out and out Mancunian accent because I learnt to speak properly at school. Went to the same school as the Gallaghers from Oasis. But I learnt to speak properly. I took the time to learn to speak. Unlike them idiots. I say went to the same school. When they went, they were a lot older than me. When they went, they were... it was an all-boys school when they went. But then it's a mixed school by the time I went. So I got to interact with women. Right, let's get back on track, shall we? Try and get to the bottom of this chat. Glenn R, welcome to the stream, mate. I'm still sad. Flash gits have to be freebooters. What? Yes. Yeah. And you know what? I said what? Like I didn't know that, but I do know that. I don't think I played with my flash gits a single game in 8th. Maybe I did right at the start before the codex was out, actually. So that rule wasn't in place then. I'm pretty sure I did, in fact. That squig buggy is awesome! Yes, it is indeed. It is indeed. If you would like to commission me for many conversions, feel free to do so, and I will charge £1 million per model. and £2 million per squad. So max your squads out, basically, is what I'm saying. For somebody who doesn't like to edge, you sure paint them off. The thing is, I appreciate that, but if you saw me, I started painting them on a multi-stream with Orky. Yeah, it was on a multi-stream with Orky, not on a charity stream. And I sat there and I started painting them. And to put towards a beast snagger specifically is what you said, right? Git hasn't even got dressed for the stream. I know, yeah. I didn't even plan on going live, to be honest. I thought I'll go live a bit later because I thought Pickle might be streaming. I don't think he is. But when other people are streaming, I don't like to clash streams with them, especially when we're in the same group. But I don't think he's streaming, so I think I'm okay. So I thought I'd go live later, but I went live now, as it happened. And I just kind of sat down and I forgot what I was wearing. But also, on my Sunday and Saturday morning streams, sometimes I do just like to wear a dressing gown and stuff. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so the Necrons, I really didn't enjoy painting them, to be honest. I don't like working with metallics on such a spindly model. It's just, I described it yesterday as like finger painting onto sandpaper. That's what it feels like to me. It's like it's an abrasive feel. I didn't enjoy it at all. Either I'm using the wrong metallics, GW metallics, probably using the wrong metallics, but or just like I just didn't like it. I complained so much when I first started painting them on that stream with Orky, and I was like, oh, I think I'm going to regret this. But I really like the Zerakan scheme, so I wanted to paint them in that scheme. Like the look of it, don't like painting it. Yes. Same idea with my Orc Squig. Whoa, boss. Yeah, you've got to get more Squig units in as and when you can. I'm just looking around because I wanted to see where my Cromlech Orcs were, because I've got the Squig cans that are coming out, and it looks like there might be some Squig can-like units coming out with from that video. It looks like there could be something like that coming out, maybe, potentially. You know, you never know. But not they won't be called Squig cans or anything like that. But there's going to be boys riding Squigs at the very least, like two-legged Squigs. It looks like, but you don't know. You never quite know with the GW reveal and trail video and stuff like that. You never quite know what from that trailer is going to make it into miniature form as well. So don't get your hopes up about everything. Be cautiously optimistic. Try to teach people how to not be disappointed in life. That's the main aim of the channel. Yeah, very excited for more Squig units. Oh, what's going on here? That chat just scrolled right down. Oof, the epic beard there. Yeah, it was a long beard, wasn't it? It's a bit messy at the moment. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'd like to hope they will mesh well with my models, Steve. You love the Squig Dread, one of your best builds, one of my best builds in your opinion. Thank you very much. Thank you. It was really fun build, and it happened surprisingly smoothly. I was like, I'll take the arms. No, I was like, I'll take the legs and I'll chop them off at the hip. And then I'll put them where the arms are. And I didn't really know where I was going to go from there for a head and stuff like that. But then I took the hip joint and I put it into where the hip joint actually goes on the Dreadnought. And I was like, that kind of looks like a head from this angle. And I was like, yes, let's have it as a head. And then it just kind of came together surprisingly well. And I do plan on doing some smaller versions, like with the old, smaller scale Dreadnoughts towards the to do as killer cans kind of thing rather than Squig Dreads. Again, thank you very much for that donation, Steve. It will go towards the Beast Snaggers. I didn't realise you said that in the super chat at the time, so I do appreciate that. It will. I'll save that. In fact, I've got a £2 coin somewhere. What I'll do is put that in a box labelled Beast Snaggers, and then I'll get no more super chats in future streams, and that'll be the only thing I've got towards the Beast Snaggers. But it's a big help towards the Beast Snaggers. I don't know how much these units are going to be. Hopefully less than a box of Meganobs, because they are expensive. For what they do on the tabletop as well. Oh. To be fair, I don't know. They might be really good in 9th all of a sudden. Are you even surprised? Drukhari have plenty of poison weapons. Right, okay, so the poison weapons are still a thing in the game. It's good to know I'm not completely out of the loop. I guess we're just lucky who wears PJs. Mate, I don't wear PJs in bed. Yeah. Oh, Roxy the Riveter. Hey up. Good morning. How do? You do not have a Mancunian accent. I did my masters there. They sound quite different. Also, I have never heard you say mad for it. Because I don't own any ferrets that are mad. Yeah, mad for it, mate. Yeah, my accent is a bit more like Stockport, if I'm honest. Because Burnage / East Didsbury is where I grew up. And East Didsbury like touches Stockport. Touches it, like not in a dirty way, just like touches it. East Didsbury sort of buffs up against Stockport. And my accent, my cousins that I saw all the time lived in Stockport, so my accent's probably influenced by theirs more than anything. So yeah, I was told when I started in my old job, I sounded like I was from Stockport, and I was like, "What? You what, mate? What are you talking about? Say it to my face, mate." Oh man, just a floating, bobbing head. 12 people watching me just bob my head about. I'm waiting for that number to drop to 11 now. Oh, 10, 9, 8, 7. Everyone's gone. Let's get back to the painting in a second. So your commissions are only marginally more expensive than GW's minis, yeah. So just save up 2 weeks pocket money instead of the 1 week you have to save up for GW's minis. And yeah, you can afford a Big Mac Dance School commission. How's that ass? Whoa! Chilly more gamers, mate. You didn't have to do that. For my new snaggers, £4 I've got towards it now. Oh, I'm raking it in. I've also got some a big donation from Sharon on Patreon. So I'll put that towards the snaggers as well. I said I'd put it towards Piety and Pain, but I'd already paid for Piety and Pain, so I'll put that towards the snaggers as well. I'm going to have to put a separate... Like, you should be able to section off your funds in Patreon. I saw that in the chat before the alert came up. Oh. Let's have a quick look at Messenger. Something's coming through here. Oh, that is a beauty. This is what I was working on last night. Can I share this on StreamScar? I assume I can. I'll share that on screen in a second if you say I can in the chat. Because that's like, I went and bought one of the old school Warbanner Meganobs, the metal ones from the Games Workshop website, rather than convert my own. But I know you love the idea of converting your own, specifically clan specific and everything. And Steve-O, I know you two have definitely spoken about it in the past. So I think I'll do one of them at some point in the future. But for the time being, when I eventually get around to building, painting it, I've got one of the GW ones because I actually really like that model as well. Lifeguard Leroy, welcome to the stream as well. I didn't see you pop in there. Thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you here as always. I haven't gone live in ages. Should do that soon. Yeah, definitely. Oh, I enjoyed your. By the way, Steve, I enjoyed your questions, your quickfire questions with Roxy. I was answering them as. To be fair, though, I feel like I'm prepared now. Yeah, go for it. Nice one. I feel like I'm prepared now for quickfire questions if I ever get onto the Steve-O show. The Steve-O show. What's the show actually called? Steve-O Meets, I think. Yeah, so I feel like I'm pre-prepared for it now. I'm just like, I've got my list of answers. It's just going to be embarrassing when I accidentally say Gork instead of Mork, when everyone knows Mork's the best. Let's not get started on that, though. We don't want to start a war first thing in the morning, do we? Oh, I can't stop jiving to this music. Jiving. How old am I? Roxy's following Spud Brown as usual. I think you'll find she's following me, says Steve-O. With Dread following her. Where's Dread? Dread's not here, is he? No, he doesn't get up this early, does he? Has Dread popped in and I've completely missed her? No, I can't see Dread in the chat. Maybe, actually, he's probably come in and started effing and jeffing, so he's been banned by Nightbot or something. Guys, I hate to break it to you, but she's following me. She is following Lona, probably. I hate to break it to you guys, but she is probably following Lona. I don't do cautious optimism. I'm already fully on board with a hype train. Yeah, you don't need that drama in your life, Steve, because you know you're going to be disappointed when the only model we get is that pot-bellied squig. And why haven't they called it a pot-bellied squig, guys? Come on. We need an immediate... Oh, I've gone behind my pop filter. Do you notice a difference? We need... I'll just reach in for my water. Yeah, we need an immediate renaming before they release that kit. GW can just slap stickers on it saying pot-bellied squig rather than squig hog. Oh, it's a squig hog. No, it's a pot-bellied squig, mate. Right. Back to the spicy chatteroo. I don't think I'm going to make it to the bottom of this chat. I didn't even plan on going for this long, I don't think. I kind of thought I'll do an hour today. And then I'll just nip off. But I think I've been going a little bit longer. I don't know. An hour and 26 minutes I've been going for. Right. Dread is very special. I'm already off the Christmas card list. Lona, you actually follow me, in fact. Oh, what is happening with this chat? It keeps just zooming right down to the bottom. I'm getting angry now. We are going to start a war now. Marcos, welcome to the show. Ooh, I want to see how red I could get, but to be honest, with the light bouncing off my head there, I still look pretty white. Even the missus laughed at the cheeky mad for it you gave. Yeah. I'll give you a mad for it if you need it. Did you already talk about the preview? Briefly, but not like... I didn't go into major depth about the preview, just kind of speculated about what models to get and the fact that I'm excited that I'm getting more squig units in my army. I think Steve-O's mentioned that before on plenty of his videos. More squig units is what he wants, and it's something I've mentioned in comment sections of Steve-O's videos. I want more squig units. Marcos here to delete comments and chew bubblegum, and he's all out of bubblegum. I came for the singing, not head bobbing. No singing today, mate. No singing. No, there's already been singing, I think. Yeah, I sang Liberty X right at the start of the stream. Work just a little bit, hot just a little bit, dream in the middle, oh, just a little bit more, just a little bit, give me just a little bit more. It's so exciting the way you're inviting me. What do I do on the internet, really? Come on now. Chair on. Just don't whip out your boomstick. Nobody wants to see my boomstick. Let me get my boomstick out. Go on. Let me get it out. Everyone pronounces it wrong. Chair on. Sharon is chair on. No. Sharon's not chair on. To be fair, it doesn't look like Sharon. It's just... I think I first heard B pronounce it. And she says Sharon. So I've kind of said Sharon from then. Fair enough. I'll try and pronounce it as Charon from now on. Charon? Now on? Sharon. Sharon. Hello, 6 Plus Stevo. Enjoyed your Snaggers video. Loving the chilled out G-Funk vibes. I like that on a Sunday morning, to be fair. It's nice and chilled. Nice, easy, slow wake up. Stevo got the vid out so friggin' fast. I was tempted to just film a video right after we'd seen the preview, but I didn't. Because I don't want to get onto that trying to speedily get vids out train again. Because I've kind of toyed with that game in the past, but yeah, it's not something I need in my life, rushing videos out. Yeah, the interview was cool. The outtakes were brilliant. You will get to answer them for real soon, mate. Nice one. Gork is the... What you talking about? Gork is the best. Gork doesn't even know what day it is, mate. Mork knows what day it is, but pretends he doesn't care. Right. Gotta get ready. Peace out, my G. See your sexy face soon. Take care, Spud. Have a great day. Get that free training done. And move some logs and whatnot. Confirmed by Le Petit Mec. Roxy follows me. Dread is watching here from the bushes. Oh, watching her from the bushes, not here from the bushes. Yeah, Dread's watching her from the bushes, no doubt. No doubt, no doubt. Welcome the bard. Blah. G the Hyper Sapien in the chat. Welcome, G. Translating for you right now. Oh my god, how long can this go on for? I don't know. And I know you speak English, you don't just speak Australian. So maybe I should just speak English. I hate to sound like a hater, but I don't like the orc's face. This orc? Oh. No, you mean the beast snagger. Yeah, I'm not. Let's take a look at it in a second, and then we can discuss, because I don't think we're going to get any more painting done. I just like to start the day with a little bit of work on a miniature, and then just roll out into waffling about other things if I can. I've been at work. I missed most of the stream. Don't worry, mate. I'll stay on for a little bit longer at least, even if I have to nip off for a wee now and again. I'll leave you with the rest of the chat. Morning, G-Man. Not longer a Sunday chilled painting stream. It is a just chatting stream, pretty much, isn't it? It was intended to be a painting stream. I can't believe I've earned $5.54, aka £4 on this stream. It's unbelievable. Impressive. You call that a what? Yeah, no, it was a bit subdued, wasn't it? Steve finds it impressive. Steve. Steve? When have I ever called you Steve? Steve-O finds it impressive. Steve. That just seems so weird. Oh, I've broken myself. I was thinking of Steve Irwin for some reason. And it just said Steve. What's Dan been talking? Disco biscuits. You want to take a ride on my disco stick? Let's have some fun. That beat is sick. I want to take a ride on your disco stick. Yeah. He was in the VC last night and told us. Gotta shoot. Hang tough girls and boys. Have a great day, Kaiser. Thank you for joining us. Super chats to keep him singing. Dance school karaoke. Let's talk about the Castigator tank. She's a beaut. Yeah. Oh, you know what? When I saw that turret, I was like, sisters are getting a Predator. And then it was like, it's a Castigator. And I was like, sisters are getting a Castigator. That's a cool name too. Will be very easy to do a simple head swap on him. Did some with my Death Killer Wartrike. Oh, very nice. Let's take a look at the old. You know what, I'm going to pop out this chat and move it over to that screen so I can actually still see it while I'm screen sharing. Pop out chat. Move it over to this screen, as I said. Magical mystery things. Why is that pop out chat not showing up? Somebody typed it. There we go. Perfect. Pop-out chat is working now. Oh, that's a bit of a weird. Oh, it's gone big. Right big. Right, let's go to the old, you know. Oh, right, no. Let's go. Oh, yeah, I wanted to share Scarnia's thing, didn't I, before I forgot. Let's do that. Click on that. Oh, I've absolutely put that chat in the wrong place, haven't I? I'm failing at streaming. I'm just going to put that in front of my face for a little bit. Look at that! Oh, I meant to big that up so you didn't see all of the DMs that Scarne's been sliding me. But yeah, this is Scarne's Warband Knob. Absolutely superb conversion. Love the custom shooter there. Fantastic stuff. Beautiful, beautiful work. One thing that's exciting from the video, I was looking at the backpack there and I was thinking about stuff on Orc's shoulders. But one thing that's exciting from the video is War. Go on, don't be afraid, go. One thing that's exciting from the video is all of the images you saw and the various different potential models. What's this? Have I spelled that wrong? Or have they changed the Warhammer Community site? What am I on here? This isn't Warhammer Community. I hope it's not anyway, because that's ugly as heck. Right, yeah, it's definitely not Warhammer Community. Right, I'm gonna be back soon, guys. I'm gonna go for a quick break because I need a wee. I'll be back soon. I forgot my dash, didn't I? That was the mistake I made. What a mistake to make! Let's get the pop-out chat back up. Yeah, so for me, one thing that's exciting about the video we saw was the various silhouettes of miniatures and whatnot. And there was what looked like a war boss with a grot and a gun on his shoulder. And that's a miniature we've seen from certain third parties before. I think, is it RTLW that do a miniature like that? But we're seeing that in the artwork, and potentially, theoretically, we might get something like that from GW in the future. We'll see. Old Man and Tech, yeah. Castrator. Morning all, JFH. I'm going to call you JFH from now on, until I forget and call you James Firth Hayden. I hope you are all well. I'm very well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Should have just followed the link. Yeah, should have just followed the link my dad sent me, to be fair. This is the Pornhub version. I don't know any Pornhub noises. I don't watch enough of it, unfortunately. Yeah, so the face on this fella. Let's click on that. Hopefully it won't stop playing the video. It's going to start playing the video, isn't it? Let's mute it if it does. Come on. Alright, it's muted. Good. Pause that anyway. Right, so let's have a quick look at everything we saw. Soul Blight, Grave Lords. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. These Blood Knights or whatever they are. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, they look nice, like horsey vampire people. I like it. This super leaning dude, he's like, yeah, lunging into that. That's my. Few times I've been around this track, but they're not just gonna hit me because there ain't no holler back, girl. Yeah, and he's like, way. Anyway, let's have a quick. Nice. Just like, come at me, bro. Casual spear holding with the disdainful head cock. Head cock? Cock of the head. There we go. Zombies. Hatchet in the head. Like it. Casual knife. Casual knife. Love that meat cleaver one. She's got a long tongue, hasn't she? That beard is... Let's go back to that, actually. That beard is... Nah, mate. Nah. Where's your tash gone? Also, brush your teeth, mate. Hey, his brain's out. You can see his brain. I didn't even notice that. I like that one, actually, to be fair. That hammer. I do like a bit of variation in my hammers and whatnot. Just a bit of fun. Nice side there. Very cool. Very cool minis. These bat things. They're alright. The bats, aren't they? The artwork's very cool. I like the artwork a fair bit. Realmquake. Not going to look at that. Not going to look at that. Ossiarch Bone Reapers, I'm not too into. Let me... Hell is gone and heaven's here. There's nothing left for you to fear. Let me queue up a picture. I'm going to... Mario... Oh. Bear with me, guys. I'll get there eventually. So when I see this dude, what I think of is this dude, basically. I look at his head and I think that's a small head. So I think of the Goombas from the Mario Brothers movie. It's only that he's got like the weird headdress bones thing on that he actually looks a bit bigger. Like his head looks a bit bigger. But his head looks too small. I don't like... There's a lot of the Ossiarch Bone Reapers that I don't really like. I think they're just like overly complicated or just aesthetically, I'm not into them, basically. That's the up and down of it. I think they look like badly designed skeletons, and I know that the whole idea of it's reshaped bone and it's been reshaped by like certain lords of death, like can't remember his name. The you know, the big fella, the big bonehead, big bony fella. Yeah, but I'm just not into them aesthetically, really. Never really liked him. Don't really know why. Just not liked him. But anyway, you know, it is what it is. These new Necromunda models look pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let me get that chat back up because I keep dropping that chat. I'm just trying to get to orc models here. So I'll just quickly run through these. Yep, very nice. Flamehead. Nice beard. Anime hair. More anime hair, really. Oh, anime hair. Yeah, all the hair's like proper stuck up with PVA glue, and I think it's designed to look a bit flame-like, isn't it? Nagash, that's it. Well done, mate. Cheers, the bard. A new Necromunda Hive War box, which is like a Necromunda mini box, in my opinion. But I like the idea of this. It's a cheaper way to get into Necromunda with a little bit of scenery. You can learn the rules on a smaller scale, stuff like that. And it looks like, to me, with the Eschergangers gang, it looks like they put a sprue from the original Escher box and a sprue from, with the models that have been built there, a sprue from the original Escher box and a sprue from the second Escher box they released. So I assume they've done the same with Delac as well. Yes, very nice. And then we've got some Mechanicus. He's alright. Skitarii leader fella. I love that artwork on the front of that. I'd like to see a model like that for Mechanicus. And then we come on to the tank. The tanky tank. What the Eldar? Let's scroll back through the chat. See people ripping me. Old man and tech. Exactly. Morning all. Hope you're well. James Firth Hayden. I addressed that comment. Thank you very much. I am very well. Should have just followed the link my dad sent me. Pornhub version. Dance School has left us with a sensual baby making music. That's all you need. All you need. Oh yeah. I was bumping and grinding with the cam off. I was almost pregnant listening to that. That's the way to do it, mate. Way to do it. Where's the new Eldar? What's that Eldar? Pole dancer zombie with a shovel. Yeah, she's pretty cool, to be fair. Burst out laughing too many times on it. That's you know, the main aim of this is to allow you to get a bit of hobby done. I mean, you might not be hobbying. Either allow you to get a bit of hobby done or just chill. And occasionally burst out laughing and completely ruin your paint job of whatever you're working on. That's my main aim in life. Too many hate Ossiarch Bone Reapers because they are the Tomb King's replacement. Yeah, I wasn't like into Tomb Kings before myself, so it's not because of the Tomb King replacement for me, but yeah, I just don't like the shape of the models and stuff. I think they look like bad skeletons. They look like they're trying to be skeletons, but when I think of a raised up skeleton warrior, I think of some of the stuff that they previewed yesterday with the like, you know, the Cursed City like stuff basically. I think of that kind of stuff with skeletons with a bit of armor on, and I like that. I don't want these weird try to make the bone look like armor models. I'm just not into it really. They look a lot like a Necron. Yeah, to be fair, they look a bit Necron-like as well, don't they? It's like they just overthought it, I think. In my opinion, I think some people are really into them, but I just don't like them. I think they look cool as flip, says Roxy. Well, Roxy, I hate to inform you, but you're wrong. All that sass. All that sass. Goomba! Yeah, they look like Mario Brothers movie Goombas. I dislike them because they are overpowered with the Petrifix Elite subfaction before they changed it. I don't know anything about the rules of it. I've got a really itchy ear. I don't like wearing headphones, you know. I'll just wear them like this from now on, I think. Ol Nagash. Big bony douchebag. All Delac look the same. How can you... Yeah, that's it. I can't really tell with the Delac. I can't tell if they're the second box or the first box. Have they even released the second box for Delac yet? I don't know. The Castigator. For Stormcast for death, basically. Yeah, that's kind of what... Oh, there's the chat. Hey. Stormcast for death. That's kind of what they feel like, to be honest. Oh my Gideon, what's gone on there? Right, so there's the new tank from Sister Battle. Looks very Predator-like. It's a massive turret though, massive turret, and I dig it. Love that battle cannon, and I love the alternative with the auto cannons. The heavy bolters on the side. It's going to be interesting to see what we can get other than heavy bolters on the side. I assume flamers as well, but we'll have to wait and see. And then here is the Beast Snaggers. Let's play a bit of this cautiously play a bit and hope. Turn the sound off. So let's big it up a bit, eh? Right, boys, listen up.
In the beginning, Gork and Mork needed some fighty lads, so they did some stuff. And the orcs appeared. Some of them were runts, but there were lots of boys too. Some of them were big and some of them were weird. But they was all mean and green, except the red ones.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so this is the model I was talking about with a grot on his shoulder with a gun. And I like the idea of this kind of boss unit, maybe. Or even like a knob unit. Like Ard Boys with a grot with a shooter, so they get a better shooting attack, but they get a good strength attack because they've got a big chopper as well. I like the idea of that. If any race in 40k leads itself to AOS style sculpts, it's the Eldar. A lens rather than leads. Probably be a year now before we see any new sculpts. Potentially. Used to give the entire army, including Big Boney Douchebag, +1 to their save, so way too many running about with 2+ or 3+ saves. The best in the game outside of heroes. Is that RTLW? RTLW's Iron Boss? Yeah, that's. I think it was. I think I was saying earlier. I think it was RTLW that had a sculpt like this, basically. So yeah, it's good to see that I'm correct and well informed. Oh wait, yeah. So it's a grot on his shoulders with a gun, and I like the idea of that. Because it'd be a boss with a decent shooting attack, because he'd have a 4+ shooting attack. With a grot with a big shooter probably, and then he'd have a big chopper himself. So I do like the idea of that model. And then we move along. War, Killer Cans, very nice. Mega Knobs, very nice. Grots, boys, chopping, looters. I was like, what's that? What's that? I'd like to see a new looter sculpt where we get to see a bit more of the fresh. Torag, morning. Welcome to the stream, mate. And Cromlex Norzillas. Yeah, Cromlex Norzillas are in there as well. Or not Norzillas, but Killer Norz, potentially, is what we see, I reckon. Or something very similar. So this is like the pot-bellied squig. I like the fact that it's got a mechanical leg on this one. I didn't notice that until now. It's got a mechanical leg there. So that potentially shows us what we're going to get with a few more of the sculpts from the pot-bellied squigs, as I like to call them, or the squig hogs, as GW likes to call them for some reason. Potentially a new pain boy, but it could be a slightly different behaving pain boy. Probably Mega Armor Boss. Yeah, I like to see a Mega Armor Boss. I think a lot of people are calling for Mega Armor Bosses. Oh, this pain boy's got like metal feet as well. I'd love to see a new sculpt for a pain boy. One that's a bit more, I don't know, just a bit more nice. A bit better than the current one. I don't like the current one. Most people don't like the current one, I feel like. But, you know, if I'm speaking out of hand and speaking for you and you feel I'm misrepresenting your opinion, feel free to say in the chat. Oh, by the way, guys, if you've not already liked the stream, feel free to do so because it helps the channel. I'm YouTubing! I am YouTube. This, let's just touch back slightly. I want to take a look at this. Look at this, right? Big squig, 4-legged beastie. Looks like Cromlex Norzilla. I think that's what G must have been referring to. However, look. It's got this attached to it. This whole thing here. So that looks like some kind of a battle wagon / truck-like thing, like a chariot, essentially, with being pulled by a squig. Imagine we see that. It's got a huge cannon above its head there. It's got what looks like maybe a rocket here. Like, essentially, a tank being pulled by a squig. That sounds exciting to me. The big squigox pulling battle sled. Yeah. It just looks exciting, and I hope we get this in miniature form, and it doesn't just disappear from the records, expunged and deleted. I said Norzilla on the right. GW just copied. GW never copy things, never. It's totally original ideas from GW. All original all the time. That's their motto, I've heard. Did Artel and Cromlech know what was coming out? Maybe. When I used to work for Nike, there was a big scandal at the time that football boots, the main football boot designers, there was like two of them, this pair of them, that worked for Nike, and they were leaking designs to Adidas, and Adidas are Nike's main rivals in the world of global sporting domination. And yeah, they were leaking designs. Eventually, they went to work for Adidas. But yeah, this is like potentially someone at GW leaking designs to Cromlech and or artwork at the very least to Cromlech and to RTLW and them bam jumping in with their units before GW actually come out with them. But then we get to see more like bony armoured orcs, shall we say, or orcs wearing armour that looks like it's come from natural sources, like animals, basically. And then this boy on a two-legged squig, love the idea of that. He's got a shooter, he's going to run in, the squig gets the attacks, but the boy's getting the attacks as well, so you probably get some attacks with the squig's jaws and claws. You probably get a hard-hitting charge attack kind of thing, and then the boy does all the attacks after that kind of thing. Yeah, and more like snake-bitey type armour on these lads. This boss that we get to see here. Oh, look at him. I didn't even see this before. He's got a squig, like a squig targeter, the same as a flash kit by the looks of it. It looks like he's got like a cross on that eye. So that implies like a squig git finder, but with a gun attached as well. So potentially that's another war boss with another good shooting attack, and he's got a big chopper there, hasn't he? I like that, but it's one-handed, and then he's got this bony claw on the other side that he's just going to punch people with. Love it. Yeah, look at that. You zoom right in. You get to see it, and he goes proper green. Oh, lovely. That video, very nice. Very nice video. Get to see a bit of the force there, so potentially some of the units we're going to get in the future. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of videos out. I don't want that. Go away. And then, yeah. Very, very exciting times to be an orc player and collector. And then let's go down to this lad, because I know Roxy wants to address the elephant in the room, or the pot-bellied squig in the room. And that's the face. She doesn't like the face on the boy. It looks almost like he's got a snout, like a pig snout, same as the squig here. If you don't like the head, yeah, hopefully you can swap it out, like Steve-O says. All the yes, please. I need them all. Yes, you do, Nick. That looks very like the orc teased at the start of 9th edition. The one with the claw. Do you mean? I think you probably do mean that. Roxy, you know it. That top knot, though. Oh, I don't even remember a top knot. New codex this year, then? Yeah, more than likely. Or no, I say more than likely. Potentially is what I'd say, actually. Because I think we'll get some of these rules in a campaign book. The Charadon book. Oh yeah, that top knot, yeah. This one here. Oh, little fancy top knot. There we go. Right, so that's my thoughts on the new orc models. I've been streaming for an hour and 57 minutes now, so let's come back to my big face. I didn't actually get much hobby done today like I intended to. When I say today, I'm sure I'll do some later on as well, but I did sorted out the basing on some of these guys. I'm going to go in and finish the debris on the bases soon, and add this to my Vindicare base, which is here. What I think I'll do is recolour the Astro Granite, because it's grey normally. I'll recolour it to be more like the colour I've painted this building, basically, this bit of building. Yeah, recolour it to be more like that, because obviously at the minute it's grey. Look at him, he's a beauty. Oh yeah, nice and snazzy. Face, please. Yes, there we go, face. It's been a pleasure to have you all here with me in the chat. I have to say, I've enjoyed this stream this morning. I like on a Sunday morning that my streams are pretty cash. Oh. I've got a message. You've got a message. Ooh, Mr. Popular. Right, this chat is going crazy now. That sounded like a really fake laugh. Oh no, it's not going crazy. It's just catching up with itself, I think. On School Bus, yeah, the one on the School Bus is what you're talking about. Looks like looks like he got Botox. Yeah, it does look a bit like that, I suppose. Yeah, I get what you're saying there, Roxy. Not the one before the War Boss, the Slugger and Chopper. I should really address it. Oh, morning, Twisted Dice. Welcome to the stream. I'm just coming to round off the stream at the moment. That's why I'm on big face cam at the moment. Double at the moment there for you as well. Pleasure to have you here, as always. Okay, I'm going to make some pancakes for breakfast and get ready for D&D. Oh yeah, D&D. I do hope to take part in a one-shot with everyone in the Discord at some point in the future. Never played D&D before, and I'm tentatively excited to take part in my first ever game of D&D at some point. Yeah. Let's leave it there, guys. It's been a very, very chilled out vibe today. And we took a look at some of those orc models, or potential orc models. That orc model and other potential orc models coming. And I did a little bit of hobby on stream, so it was fun for me. I hope it was fun for you. Yes, I've forgotten how I end my videos on YouTube. Normally say something like, don't forget, if you'd like to help support the channel, you can do so by checking out the links in the description below. There should be one to my Patreon there. Ooh. Excuse me, got a little frog in my throat there. There should be one for my Patreon there. There's also a link to my Instagram and my Facebook page, my various socials if you like. Are you on track for 365 Orcs? Of course not, Marcos Castellanos. Of course not. What D&D class will you play? I'd like to play a bard because I like to make up songs and stuff. The trouble is I'm scared I'll freeze when I'm actually doing it. And songs don't always come that easy. But yeah, I like the idea of playing a bard, but I don't know how good I'll be at it. We'll see. Anyway, it's been a pleasure to have you all here, hobbying along with me, or just chilling and watching. Big Dan Frog Throat, exactly, G. That's how it goes sometimes, and that's how you know sometimes that it's about time to end the stream. So, without any further ado, I will see you on the battlefield. But yeah, I like the idea of playing a bard, but I don't know how good I'll be at it. We'll see. Anyway.